His Majesty King Mswati, the head of government meeting. And Inkosikati Langambule has again donated blankets to the needy in the country in an event that was held at Somtolo National Stadium. And now the news in detail. His Majesty King Mswati III has arrived in the Republic of Rwanda to take part in the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting to be held in Kigali, Rwanda.
His Majesty King Mswati III landed at the Kigali International Airport. The King will be part of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting hosted by the Republic of Rwanda. His Majesty is accompanied by Inkosikati Mage Lafokiane. His Majesty the Ingwenyama will be amongst leaders from the Commonwealth's 54 member countries. The leaders are to reaffirm their common values, collaborate and agree actions and policies to improve the lives of all their citizens. The Commonwealth leaders are set to meet for the first time in 4 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Kingdom of Eswatini became part of the Commonwealth family since 1968 after gaining her independence. Also part of His Majesty's delegation is His Royal Highness Prince Simelane, Her Royal Highness Princess Pumelele, and Chief Mbane Simelane, just to name a few. After arriving in Kigali in the Republic of Rwanda, His Majesty King Mswati III attended the banquet dinner at Kigali Convention Center hosted by His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of Rwanda. His Majesty was accompanied by Inkosikati Mage Lafokiane. On the news, I'm Polile Mazia in Kigali, Rwanda.
His Majesty King Mswati III safely landed in the Republic of Rwanda, where the King will be attending the 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. Upon arrival, His Majesty King Mswati III, accompanied by Ngosigati Lafokiane, also attended the state banquet dinner hosted by His Royal Highness President Paul Kagame.
His Majesty King Mswati III took part in the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting held in Kigali, Rwanda. His Majesty the King and Ingwenyama is amongst leaders from the Commonwealth's 54 member countries. At this summit, His Majesty is accompanied by Inkosikati Mage Lafokiane. The theme for the summit is delivering a common future, connecting, innovating and transforming. This is the 6th time the event has been held by an African country. This is the 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, and leaders of Commonwealth countries meet every 2 years for this summit. Representing the founder of the Commonwealth Organization, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the Prince of Wales, His Royal Highness Prince Charles said he treasures the friendships that have been built over the past 70 years within the family.
Throughout her reign, the Queen has placed and continues to place the greatest importance on the common friendship, humanity, and values that all of us share in this room, not despite, but because of the diversity the Commonwealth represents. And I know how grateful she is that, in recognition of Her Majesty's unstinting service to our Commonwealth family, all Commonwealth member states have announced that they have now committed themselves to the Queen's Commonwealth canopy. I treasure the friendships we have built over these past 70 years and look forward to their deepening in the years ahead. As we build back that has devastated so many lives, as we respond to climate change and biodiversity loss that threatens our very existence, and as we see lives destroyed by the unattenuated aggression of violent forces, such friendships are more important than ever.
The incoming chair of the Commonwealth Organization, His Excellency Paul Kakame highlighted that Commonwealth member states have to bring up issues that may be overlooked into focus.
But what really defines us are the values enshrined in the Commonwealth Charter and a commitment to good governance, the rule of law, and the protection of rights. That's why we shall always remain open to new voices and new members. And wherever we might fall short, we find solutions through consensus and dialogue. We build each other up and we move forward together.
Other speakers during the official opening included the Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland and the outgoing chair for the organization, the British Prime Minister, His Excellency Boris Johnson. The official opening was followed by an executive session at which His Majesty King Mswati III and the leaders considered a range of topical issues including post-COVID-19 economic recovery, debt sustainability, climate change, trade, and food security.
That's my case. You said you were going to move.
Prior to the official opening, the summit started with a number of sessions, including the Youth Forum, Business Forum, Women Forum, and Malaria Meeting, just to name a few. And it was also attended by delegates from the Kingdom of Eswatini. CHOGM 2022 was originally due to take place in 2020, but has twice been postponed due to COVID-19. The last country to host CHOGM in 2018 was the United Kingdom. The host for 2024 will be announced at the end of the summit. On the news, I'm Polile Mazia in Kigali, in Rwanda.
Inkosikati Langambule has again donated blankets to the needy in the country in an event that was held at Somhlelo National Stadium.
Their Majesties and Royalty are making sure that the welfare of the nation is a top priority and those in need are well taken care of. This has been a good example to the nation as it is emulating the gesture in the different chiefdoms of the country. Inkosikati Langambule this year donated 1,190 blankets which were given to 5 chiefdoms from the 4 regions of the country, selected churches, charity organizations and media houses. All the recipients are expected to forward Inkosikati's donation to the deserving members of the public. Through Princess Lindiwe, Inkosikati Langambule thanked their Majesties for the love they have for the nation and also asked the recipients to make sure that the blankets reach those who are truly deserving.
Siyadimangala sonke ukuthi Somandla usibiyele wasigcina kulomahazane lokhona eveni indzaba le nganga COVID-19 nakubo monkeypox lesiva ukuthi sekukhulunywa ngabo emhlabeni. Liqiniso lelikhulu lithi ngaphandle kwekubusiselwa ngemakhosi lomsebenzi kuyo yonke leminyaka lesesendlule kuyo ngabe kadze wema. Ngakho ke ngabe akendeki kahle nasingakhohla kukhuzali bayethe ngekuthi ivume ukuthi lo msebenzi uqhubeke iphindze futhi usekele ngalendlela le usekela ngayo. Sivile sabona sajabula ukuthi bantu benkosi nabo babe tikhulu lababuke imimango kanjalo nalabo lababuke tinhlangano letingekho ngaphansi kwaHulumende nebemasondvo bakwendlulisile lebaningetwa kona eminyakeni lophelile futhi bakwendlusele kulabo labafanele.
Indvuna Mangome Nzimanze, on behalf of the receivers, said the Maswati are blessed to have royalty that put forward the needs of the nation.
Leliqwa lelikhona lonyaka liqiniso ukuthi vele emakhaya asifanani. Kukhona levele beswele mbamba. Lesethemba ukuthi mntwana enkosi lothunyiwe sesitemukele letingubo. Titawuya kulaba labaswele. Titawuya kulaba labaswele ngempela.
Bongosi lo msebenzi lona wendiwa yonke minyaka make uyakhokha na inhlitiyo yakhe bongosi leni ibona kolambi kwakhe leti ngubo nkosi akhokhele bona bamhla banzinzile bongosi ukuthi bamane nabo bambathe njengoba lisho iBhayibheli bongosi kwekuthi wangibona ngihambaze wase uyangibathisa.
Other speakers on this occasion was Princess Thumele Sihle and Thembe Mdluli, Regional Officer of the Hoho region. On the news tonight, I'm Xolis Mavimbela.
The Deputy Prime Minister, Themba Masuku, says this year's theme for the World Albinism Awareness Day, which says united in making our voices heard, calls for the collaborative efforts in ensuring that no persons with albinism is left behind in any form of development. The Deputy Prime Minister has been speaking during the 4th regional celebrations of the International Albinism Awareness Day held at Chiselweni in Nkundla.
Is it a crime that God decided to give me my color? Is it a crime that God decided to give me? Or and understand?
To increase awareness on the rights of persons with albinism, on the 10th of this month, the Kingdom of Eswatini, through the Deputy Prime Minister's office, started regional celebrations of the International Albinism Awareness Day, which was held at the Lukongolweni in Nkundla in the Lubombo region. On Friday, the office of the Deputy Prime Minister held the 4th and last celebrations of the Regional Albinism Awareness Day celebrations at the Chiselweni region under the Chiselweni 1 in Nkundla. Speaking during the celebrations, the Deputy Prime Minister Themba Masuku said this year's theme for the International Albinism Awareness Day, which says united in making our voices heard, calls for collaborative efforts in ensuring that no persons with albinism is left behind in any form of development.
Lesiqubulo salamhla salonyaka sikhomba bona ukuthi siyaziphuma sonke singemaswati ukuthi sihlangene kufanele sente livi libe linye livi lethu kutovakala lelesikhulumako. Sisho njalo nje lesiqubulo sonke asibambisane kuteke lokumshiya ngaphandle kusisho nje sonke ukuthi asibambisane ungabe ungihulumende ungabe usakhamuti ungabe usesonveni ungabe usesikhulwini ungabe ukuphi nakuphi.
Chiselweni 1 Member of Parliament Sipho Mzebele said Chiselweni residents needed this kind of capacitation.
Agesi jabise lobuthakathi let's discourage witchcraft. Sikujabise lobuthakathi ngoba lolokwenda labantu bethu bese bayafihlwa sebahlala belusiwe is because kunebantu lamadinkolelo letingasito inkolelo letingazange taphila tingelelo leti demonic lekufanele ukuthi sitikhweshise.
To further improve welfare of persons with disabilities in the Kingdom of Eswatini, including persons with albinism, the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister is on the process of establishing a council under the Disability Act of 2018. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I'm Samkel Swekoza at Chiselweni.
The Minister of Tourism, who's also the Ndondozi Member of Parliament, Moses Vilagati, says they prioritize the lives of people with disabilities, thus they want them to be included in the life skills opportunities. Now, the Vugani Bomage project under the Business Women Eswatini visited Ndondozi constituency to capacitate people with disabilities with life skills.
The Vukanbomage project under the businesswomen in Eswatini visited Ndondozi constituency to look at some of the things being done by Ndondozi residents, including those with disabilities. The project capacitates women to make a living for themselves. The Minister of Tourism, who is also the Member of Parliament of Ndondozi constituency, Moses Vilagati, says they prioritize the lives of people with disabilities, thus it is their wish to have a clothing factory at Ndondozi.
Umsebenzi wanamuhla babone ukuthi cha asekuniketwe lusito lolutsite noma tinto letitsite kulabo labangakhona ubona lokutendela letinto lalabangakhona lokuthi batikhicitele so batobaniketa emasponge la ngoba labanye abakhona inkosi yami lokuthi babe nawe lemibhedze yokulala letholeka ku business Eswatini sekunge ngama-package lafaka kudlana lafaka tinsipho lafaka bomabhakede kulabanye lo umsebenzi lohamba nayo yonke lenkundla ngokuthi-ke bekuncane asikakhona ukubathatha bonke sithathe nje lelo nani lelithidana ngemphakathi kepha lokhu kuhle kakhulu ukuthi nolubambiswana siyalibona lo silutaqhubeka luyembili.
He says the Vukanbomage project has been the major player in developing Ndondozi by donating to residents with packages including sponges, blankets, soaps, amongst other things. He applauds handcrafters who make a living out of many things. The director of Far East Garments, Tokeho, says they will support where the need arises.
Because it can only happen must follow support.
Reporting for Eswatini TV News, I'm Kian MCB with Nom Fundos Melane, some visuals provided by the Bukopo of Ndondozi constituency.
Establishing development projects for persons with albinism can contribute to the country's attainment of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Now, this has been said by the UNFPA Eswatini officer in charge, Tamaris Linza, during the 4th Regional Albinism Awareness Day celebrations held at Shiselweni 1 in Gundla on Friday.
On Friday, the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister held the 4th and last celebrations of the Regional Albinism Awareness Day at the Shiselweni 1 in Gundla. Speaking during the meeting, the UNFPA officer in charge, Tamaris Linza, said the time has come for the Kingdom of Eswatini to establish development projects for persons with albinism so they can also contribute to the country's economy.
Kungaba injabulo lenkulu kubona inkundla yasesishiselweni iba lihlanhlandlela ngekukhutsata abantu betelibala kutemabhizinisi. Siwabonile emathuba emsebenzi ashabalala kakhulu ikakhulu ngesikhathi se-COVID-19. Ngakho ke kukhutsata kube kusetshenziswa kwemakhono kubaluleke kakhulu.
Founders of the country's 2 persons with albinism organizations talked about the myths surrounding persons with albinism.
Umuntu lonelibala kusukela atalwa uba netingcinamba nje letinenge lengathi nje fahla. Uma atalwa, uma anenhlanhla angakakhanywa, utawukhula aye esikolweni. Mangafika esikolweni, utaba netingcinamba ngokuthi angeke akhone kubona kahle ngoba unenkinga yemehlo. Agcine aphumile esikolweni. Ukhanze ukuthi nango ke so yasebenza kube naleto tingcinamba leto. Mangabe akakawutholi kahle umsebenzi ukangathi usebenzela ngaphandle liyamshisa lilanga ukhulumele ke baba egama nge-skin cancer la kokuthi bese sokuba ne-skin cancer.
The Office of the Deputy Prime Minister is expected to document the suggestions and recommendations collected during the regional celebrations for the betterment of persons with albinism in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Reporting for
At SPAR, we're here for you with 3 days of super deals and incredible savings across the store. Get Spa 2-ply toilet rolls, 18s.
Now, the mayor of Matapa, Alice Rosso, said the positive impact that this project will have on the youth is big because it will cause a reduction on the rate of unemployment. She said this at the waste segregation project launching in Matapa, a town council meeting hall.
Matapa Alice Rosso and the local regional development officer of Matapa joined forces with UNDP alongside Catalyzed Cultivating Potential, launched a waste segregation project that is aimed to improve the livelihood of Matapa people through waste management. Alice Rosso said that this will benefit all Emaswati, especially the youth and women, by creating jobs and developing them.
Matapa Town Council, in collaboration with the 4 municipalities within the Manzini region, embarked on a world environmental campaign that aimed at eliminating alien invasive plants and species within its towns.
The waste segregation will mainly focus on the livelihood of Matapa people and empower both the reclaimer and youth of Matapa by collecting waste material and then selling it. Through this, then organic manure is created, said Richard Dlamini, who is the local development officer.
Who improve our livelihoods through e-waste management. Lapho khona le project ibuke empowerisha ema-reclaimers akumatsapa bese babita ngokuthi bakamdodi nyaka bakusasi bakamdodi sebantu laba-reformed sesifuna kubafaka into the formal sector nabo.
Ngamiso Dlamini, the leader of the youth in Matapa, said that this project has brought good benefits to them because it has created jobs for them. Busisiwe Mota, one of the Matapa reclaimers, said that she has realized that waste is important too. Reporting is Sanziso Mlambo with Giyani Msibi at Matapa.
SWACA applications are now closed, which are supposed to help small businesses that were affected by unrest that took place in the country last year. Now, the company received more than expected applications. Now, this was said by Communications Officer Sakile Dlamini.
Sakile explained that those who took applications in the beginning of the week, today is the last day for submitting the applications.
Njengoba inhlangano yengongo yemathemba beyimemeteleke kusolo kuqalele liviki ukuthi ngikuchashwa ngoosisa kunesitolo belukhona boma ngene mamfomatane lebe bangali applyela labo labathi kabedeka ngemabhizinisi abo ngaso sikhathi sepolitical unrest. Solo kusiqalile ke liviki kuphumele simemetelo sibonile bamfu bagcwele banyathelana vele betaya office batawufula wona emaform applyela lolusito lolu ngaso sizathu vele sikhanze ukuthi sesireceive over 2000 applications kanti ke emaform lebesinawo ecaleni kwalohlelo beka 1.5 sadikhanza sesiwangita ngekubuka sidingo banfuselo bavela emahofisini ethu kuxolisa nje isivene ukuthi njengoba besivulile idate iyinze ukuthi bakhona engenela lehlelo sesibese siyalivala ke vele lohlelo le siyaxolisa nje kakhulu kulabo lebe basafikisile ukuthi balingenele lohlelo ofake baningi kakhulu labalifulele thuba le applya sitaqhubeka sathi sesibe sisaqhubeka ukuthi bobani labagcine baphumelele nabo sibafisele ekusebenza lokuhle nokuvusa emabhizinisi abo.
SWACA expressed their regrets for those who were still looking forward on getting the applications. The company had put out 1.5 applications. They ended up receiving 2,000 applications. Reporting for Eswatini TV, I am Nomfundo Smelane. Pictures were taken by SWACA.
Right, we shall now take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the news continues. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
At Spa, we're here for you with 3 days of super deals and incredible savings across the store. Get Spa 2-ply toilet rolls, 18s for $79.99 and 2 kg Sunlight hand washing powder for $44.99. It's 3 days of incredible savings only at Spa.
It's Bucky season!
It's Bucky season at OK, where everybody's rushing for the chance to win a Bucky, fully loaded with groceries every week. Just buy any of our participating products and swipe. Plus, get Coop baked beans in tomato sauce, 3 for just $29.99, Store Country Spread for just $35.99, and Rick Coffee for a low $29.99. Don't miss this Bucky season, only at OK. Owners you can count on.
Welcome to Yes Country for unbeatable deals like a 2,400-litre JoJo water tank for just $1,999 and a 150-litre Ariston heater geyser for only $3,749.99. Hurry! Promo ends 9 July. Only at Build It. Yes, we can.
Welcome back. You are still with the News Bulletin at 8 at Eswatini TV. Thank you so much indeed for choosing to stay with us. We shall now take a look at news making headlines in the world of sports. Mhlabanyatsi community star Mhlengi Fagutse, who has spent 6 months on loan in Malaga, Spain, says his period in Spain was indeed impressive and the club is looking to offer him a new deal when the new season starts. Fagutse left for Malaga in January this year.
In January this year, Mhlabanyatsi community football star Mhlengi Fagutse got an offer to spend 6 months on loan at Malaga FC in Spain. After completing his 6 months loan, Fagutse says there is a lot that he has learned.
So my first season in Spain has been quite good, to be honest. Even though it took me a while to cope into the playing system, a couple of months, and a bit of change in how I play, it worked out. The difference between playing in Spain and playing here is in Spain it's more technical, more of what you do off the ball than when you have the ball. And here at home it's more physical, more running, less tactical. And what I've mostly learned is that to play with the big teams, you have to play a certain way. They don't focus on just running and skilling everyone. They focus more on technical stuff and cleaning up the basics. And what I've learned is that to be at the top, your basics have to be high intensity. And now I know what I need to do when I return back to Europe to compete.
Fagutse concluded mentioning that Malaga showed interest in him and he is looking to return to Spain when the season kicks off. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports, I'm Linda Dlamini. Pictures sourced from Fagutse in Malaga, Spain.
Well, we've reached the conclusion of our news bulletin at 8 at Eswatini TV. Thank you so much for choosing to stay with us. But before we go, here's a quick reminder of our top stories. His Majesty King Mswati III safely landed in the Republic of Rwanda, where the King will be attending the 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. And Inkosikati Langambule has again donated blankets to the needy in the country in an event that was held at Somtolo National Stadium. Beautiful Kingdom of Eswatini, we've reached the home stretch of the news bulletin at 8 at Eswatini TV. Thank you so much indeed for choosing to stay with us. We shall now cross over to the Weather Center for a detailed weather report from us and the rest of the crew here at Eswatini TV. Thanks so much. We wish you a beautiful weekend. For now, it's good night and God bless.
Welcome to Yes Country for unbeatable deals like a 2,400-litre JoJo water tank for just $1,999 and a 150-litre Ariston heater geyser for only $3,749.99. Hurry! Promo ends 9 July. Only at Build It. Yes, we can.
It's time to rethink the cost of education with Africa's leading business school. Region Business School is offering high certificates for only 10,995 emalangeni and BCom degrees